Well, we got Dale and Jerry in studio.
Huh? What?
Good morning.
We need to
this
get
morning.
you guys' own music, don't we? We'll let you.
Perhaps.
We'll let you pick that.
Okay, maybe the Looney Tunes theme or something.
I love that.
Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
Thanks.
How's the books going?
Books are doing good.
Yeah.
Flying off the shelf.
Flying off the shelf.
I love that.
And the one that I'm working on is a challenge every day, but muddling through. And I got an offer from some outfit in San Diego if I want to do an audition.
Shut
They
up.
got
How
hold
cool.
of me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're really getting out
Price
there
is,
now.
price is going up now.
You know it. You know it.
So anyway, we're having a lot of fun with that, and we've been doing a lot of chores, not chores, but doing a lot of projects at the house.
Oh, good. Good.
And,
Those are
painting,
always fun.
painting and
Yeah.
cleaning the gutters and that sort of stuff. So we found out that the gutter on the shop out by the highway has never been cleaned ever,
Ever.
ever.
How long
Oh
have you
my
lived there?
Goodness.
That we know.
She's
This
lived
was
here
even
there
before.
over 20 years. So
Oh,
Well,
my.
Why didn't you
years?
get up
20
in there
years.
and clean it out?
Well, the only reason it's cleaned up is because I was up on the roof. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
yeah.
on the roof.
And then we went and saw the new Tom Cruise Mission Impossible
Oh,
movie.
did you?
It
Yeah.
was good.
He does his
And
own stunts
Free
in
Fall,
that.
I think
Yeah.
was the name of it. Yeah.
No, Fallout.
Fallout something.
he broke his arm in that. in
Yeah.
that
Well,
movie.
I can see some of the stuff he was doing would hurt.
Really.
Oh
I-
gosh.
I don't know why he does his own stunts.
I don't know.
Macho. So it's testosterone thing.
Oh,
I
that's
haven't
what it
seen
is.
any of the Mission Impossibles.
But, oh,
You're kidding.
Nope.
They're good.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I saw the
Okay.
first one.
Yeah. But
You
Get
just-
around to watching them.
They do a lot of high, if you
Yeah.
like
Cliffhangers.
heights. If you like heights, this is the one for you, I'll tell you.
so both of our comments towards the end of the movie, of course, he's on the edge of a cliff,
Right.
and it's just unbelievably long, like they're in the Alps or someplace
Oh,
like that. It's
my.
just unbelievably long drop and whatnot. And he and I both say, and we don't even like to get up on a ladder.
So,
You get up on
Can
this-
you imagine watching that at an IMAX theater or something where it's
oh man.
Ooh, you get
3D or
dizzy.
something?
Yeah.
I totally.
Oh.
When I go to IMAX, it's like back in the old days, you just stand inside the IMAX theater and no seats, right? I ran into the person behind me.
Oh,
You
well,
just,
you are. You're like
you react, yeah,
ducking and
yeah.
weaving, and
I knocked the poor lady into the wall behind us, and apologizing to her, and all this is going on.
I've never stood up at an IMAX theater.
That's 100 years ago.
Oh,
So,
that very first one.
at the
or
Seattle
something.
Center there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe I did. It was a Rolling Stones
Yeah,
concert.
it was
though.
right by the Science Center,
Okay.
Pacific Science Center.
Very cool.
And then we enjoyed ourselves at the Pancakes in the Park.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was
Last Sunday.
That was pretty good.
Well attended, and in spite of the heat, I thought it was going to impact the attendance, but a lot of people came out and turned out, and
Very
were you,
nice.
Were you bothered by the bees at all?
No.
I wasn't.
No.
Some people were
Oh,
jumping
the
from the
bees.
table, and
Yeah.
They were after that
But-
syrup, probably.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the pancakes in the park, it's always like a big family reunion, and it's a time when everybody goes there to for the pancakes, of course, but also to see all the other people that they haven't seen for a year.
Oh, how
So,
fun.
Yeah.
and speaking of seeing people, Debbie Riley recently retired from the county.
Oh, yeah.
She and her husband were at the matinee that we went
Oh,
to
very
yesterday.
cool.
So one of the bennies, if you would, of being retired is you can go to those matinees during the week.
Yeah, and
Oh, I know,
small
right?
small town, first run movie, not hardly anybody there.
Nice.
Isn't that great?
Nice.
Yeah.
Because at the movies, because I'm so short, always the tallest person, biggest person in the theater comes and sits down.
Gonna
in
sit
front
right
of
in front of you. Gonna sit right in
Yeah.
front
Telling
Oh,
me
yeah.
next time I'm in the theater and you're there,
Look
make
for
sure
her.
to
Yeah.
sit
Sit
in
right in
front of
front
you.
of her. Yes.
Look at who's behind you.
Is there a preferred spot you like? Like I like in the middle, kind of up a little bit.
Yeah,
When I'm in a theater.
We move down towards the front a little
Do
bit,
you?
but we go in the middle too. Yeah.
I
I
like to
did
have
the
the
front
back.
once, and it was Spider-Man.
Oh, geez.
I was sick.
Now they've got
walked
they've got
out of
these
there
fancy
dizzy.
dancy seats where there are lounge seats in the front where you
No way.
kick back, put your feet up, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Serve
They're
some
trying to make you
wine
fall
and hors
asleep.
d'oeuvres.
Is that what they do?
I feel like.
Well, if you fall asleep, then you can't eat all their stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where they make the money. They don't make the money on you walking in. They make it on
they
you
make it
eating.
off their concession
That's
stand.
right. There you go.
I still want to go to the drive-in out here because they closed all the drive-ins in California.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Before I came
so
out
you've
here,
got
and I'm like,
the
"Oh, there's a
luxury.
drive-in."
There's two of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Very cool.
Well, you guys got me. You brought me an awesome, all good in the hood shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks
Yes.
for that.
Yes.
It's like the one Dale had on last week, I think.
I think
Right,
so. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
Well, you
there's.
expressed interest in. See,
Yeah.
we both got shirts, and then when you said that you were interested in the shirt, I made a point of getting one the T-shirt.
I love
Tuesday.
mine too. That's very cool.
Yeah,
Mount
yeah.
Washington
And they're a
shorts,
celebration
yeah.
of the
nice
natural
blue
beauty
color.
that we have in
Yeah.
the area, and
Oh, it's just gorgeous
yeah.
out
So
here.
and people ask, when you're out and about, that's the billboard, if you would, and
Right.
knowing that tourism is a major thing for our county, that's great. So, anyway, have you guys interviewed the city commission or the city administrator candidates?
We haven't, not the candidates, but Jeff had the interim city administrator and
Oh, Vicky Look and
Bob
Bob Rogers.
Rogers on air.
Great.
The mayor.
That's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see, especially, the level of experience and if they
Yeah,
can
we've
survive
opened it
shock
up
treatment.
for everyone to come in or call in or
Uh-huh.
whatever. So
One of
Good.
them,
no.
one of them's from here, right?
One is from the area, yeah, and then two from out of the area. So hopefully they'll get a good one that'll stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How are things going at Habitat?
Habitat is. We're getting ready to. We sold the one house, so we've got monies to put into the construction of another one and finish off. We've got one that's just getting finished off within the next 7 or 8 weeks, and then we have another one that we need to pour the foundation on and then start. We learned our lessons that a single story is much easier and more cost effective than a 2-story.
Oh, yeah.
The one we're finishing up is a 2-story, and it cost probably.
Where's that one located?
Oh boy, you would up on Grand.
Grand Avenue up
Yeah.
this way, so
And the other thing,
that way. You can see that on radio, right?
Right. Is it that way?
It's that
Oh,
way, yeah.
Nice.
Can't even see that on the camera.
yeah, these days, you guys. Anyway,
Right behind the camera.
the other thing we need is volunteers. Of course, I spoke a little bit about that last time, and so we're looking at the process of soliciting volunteers.
Oh, did anyone call in or?
Well, nobody. Typically, they're not going to call in, and,
they'll just
and we
come in.
have a little work to do in terms of inviting people to or informing people of the who, when, and where
Okay.
of the actual project. And currently, what we do is we kind of send out a blast and expect that we're going to get people to respond to that. And people don't respond to a blast; it's not personal enough.
Right.
So anyway,
That's true because they think someone else has already
right,
know,
right,
volunteered.
and then they think there's plenty of people, and they also think they have to have some level of expertise, and neither one's true. So
good.
we're looking at trying to change that a little bit.
Oh, good. Good.
So that's a work in progress, and but our houses. The good news is that we should have financially enough to buy materials to accelerate the build of the next house.
Oh,
So,
Well, that's
very
great.
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of boats out there on the water near your home.
Well, there was a lot of boat traffic on the
there?
highways last weekend. My word, yeah,
I saw a lot of that. On
it's
the
a really busy time for the recreation areas, Lake Cushman and parks up that way, and
Yeah.
all that. And then the canal's busy as well, but it's so large that kind of sucks up all the boat traffic. So it doesn't
that's
seem like
good.
there's a lot of boats, but
Right.
you go by the boat ramps and that sort of thing, and you see people's trailers
Right.
parked
Oh,
there.
good.
Yeah.
And the weather on the canal can change and get choppy pretty fast. Surprisingly enough, Lake Cushman is so big, it gets real choppy as well. But in the boats that we saw, you can see the ski boats, the play boats, and all of them, and they're turning up 119. And people in the neighborhoods have been complaining about, drinking
right.
and driving their boats up to the lake, and then of course on the lake. My
Yeah.
goodness.
They seem to drive back faster than they drove up
Yeah,
for some reason. But
that's that empty cooler system.
but very seldom do the
That's what it is.
do the locals complain about the traffic in the summer because it's part of the deal. But
Right.
I think there's just a substantially larger amount of people that are recreating anymore. It just seems to be the choice. You
Have
know?
you done any crabbing lately?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one last week, so
Yeah.
we had kind of a hitch in our process. We didn't do it exactly the same way as we normally do.
How
so
long do you keep the pot sitting in the water?
typically we like to soak them for 24 hours.
Yeah.
for?
24
soaking.
24-hour soak.
Okay.
Yeah. But we didn't do that this time, and so it's a long story. And then we're a pot short, and we don't know where that went. And
Yeah.
could it be a high tide? Could be somebody just sampled
Oh.
Where's-
our bounty. So we're
And that
we're
thing,
doing
and
I'm
that
sure
one
that one
was
had
probably
hundreds
full.
in it.
Yeah.
and we're doing a little detective
Yeah.
work on that one.
Yeah.
So
Actually, the crabbing, is you have to find them. We're suspicious that the waters are probably too warm. Because up north they're not having the same issue with crabbing. Like if you are in Discovery Bay, some people went up to Discovery Bay and they did quite well up there. And up by the bridge,
tell everybody.
and up by the bridge, they've done better as well. Because we attribute that to cooler water, but we're not scientists either, so
No.
we're suspicious.
Oh.
Not scientists.
I
we're
would be too.
So that's about all we've been doing.
And the change of the weather, crazy
Yeah.
out here. It was
Well-
like 96 the other day and then 70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing that really got me in this area was that it always seemed so much hotter because of the temperature swing.
Yes.
You'd be real cool, and I'm appreciative of it getting cool in the
Yes.
evenings so that you can sleep. But boy, then in the day, and that's you see, it's just like with the boats when you've got 90-degree weather. This is just like a a suction into the lake. So,
Yes, yes.
but I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to be landlocked and sit there and
I know.
sweat it out.
Wish you would have
Right.
went to the lake. Yeah.
Try to
Well-
stay cool.
Well, Dale, Jerry, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the shirt.
All right, you guys are sounding good.
Thank you.
Smoother every moment of the day. yeah?
Every moment,
Yeah.
we're going to give Jeff that much needed vacation. So
So,
we got this.
For sure.
we
for
do.
sure.
Thanks for coming in.
Who
You
would
guys-
have thought, Caleb, in a year, you'd be running the board and
I was just telling my grandma last night. There's an old photo of me in here with my middle school. We were singing the national anthem,
no
Oh,
kidding.
boy.
and I was thinking, if you would have told me then that I'd actually be sitting at this mic,
Yeah.
I
you
wouldn't have
didn't-
believed you.
No. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That is
For-
awesome.
Life's full of surprises, my
Yeah.
friend.
It totally
It
is.
is.
surprises
Life
and,
is
and
good.
hard work. And hard work.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's evident, Caleb, that you are trying very hard and doing a good job at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, alrighty. Have a good day. We're gonna go to break.